Hello, everyone. Let's talk about what's really going on with President Trump's latest international tour and the real reason he wants to meet with North Korea's Kim Jong-un. President Trump arrived to Tokyo this morning, continuing what many are calling his luxury version of a South Asian backpacking tour. Over the past few days, he's been hopping across the region, from Malaysia, where he worked on new trade discussions, to upcoming meetings that could shape global power dynamics. So what's the main focus of this trip? So far, it's been part diplomacy, part campaign trail. Trump has been working to reassert America's presence in Southeast Asia, a region many believed Washington had neglected in recent years. His visits to Malaysia and other nearby nations have been aimed at reassuring U.S. allies like Thailand and Vietnam that America is still a key player, especially as China continues to expand its influence across Asia. For many Southeast Asian countries, the Trump-era tariffs hit hard. These nations export low-cost goods to the U.S., and Trump's trade wars made that a lot more difficult. Now, his latest trip appears to be a balancing act, rebuilding those strained relationships while also positioning himself for major diplomatic moments. The biggest headlines? 2 potential meetings. First, Trump's expected meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, reportedly set for Thursday. U.S. officials have hinted that both sides have reached a preliminary trade framework, though Beijing has been more cautious in confirming that. The framework includes progress on issues like TikTok's U.S. operations and China's restrictions on rare earth minerals, vital materials for American industries. However, experts warn that this is far from a done deal. Former U.S. trade official Harry Brodman says the framework is just the beginning, not a final agreement. Real progress, he adds, will depend on whether both nations can move beyond political theater and sign an enforceable trade deal. The second major question, and perhaps the most intriguing, is whether Trump will meet North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. There's no official confirmation, and no one besides Trump himself has publicly mentioned it. But there are signs. Reports from South Korea suggest that North Korean officials have been preparing a possible meeting site, planting flowers and cleaning up areas where such talks might happen. So why would Trump want to meet with Kim again? Simply put, Trump thrives on high-profile moments. He loves being on the world stage with all eyes on him. But beyond the showmanship, there's strategic weight here. North Korea has grown closer to both Russia and China in recent years, especially since the war in Ukraine. That shift has made Kim Jong-un an increasingly valuable and unpredictable player in global politics. North Korea's nuclear arsenal remains a serious concern for the U.S., with missiles capable of striking American bases in Asia and posing a direct threat to South Korea, one of America's most important allies. Meeting with Kim, then, isn't just about photo ops. It's about trying to manage an unpredictable leader in an increasingly tense geopolitical environment. As Trump's trip continues, all eyes will be on 2 things: whether he can lock in that trade breakthrough with China and whether the rumored meeting with Kim Jong-un becomes reality.